P watching Gandhi till I'm charged and writing in my book of rhymes all the words past the margin. To hold the mic I'm throbbing, mechanical movement, understandable smoothness, the murderous smooth with the thief's theme.
What we have here is not just a hip-hop story, it really is a part of an American story. Some of these issues represent the communities that are going on, here in DC as well as Chicago, what's going on in Detroit. Some of the same issues may be occurring in Ferguson as well. This is really a national story that we feel like Time Is Illmatic represents a greater whole, a greater generational story.
Everybody who's a fan of Nas, who's been watching him, we know that part of his mystique is that he's reserved. He doesn't just always tell you everything in the interview. Most of what you get from him is from his music. So for us, after some time, developing a relationship with him, letting him know that we were sincere, and for him to see that we were working diligently to tell this story of something that was bigger than just Nas, bigger than just two first-time filmmakers, but a story about generations that survived in America from 1994, young boys coming of age in the 80s and 90s. He started to realize that his story was one that he wanted to share with the world.
Nas is also a visual artist, so in order for us to really gain his trust and understanding, we had to show him some things. So we put together some rough cuts, some scenes, and he came by and checked it out. And then that was a really turn point for the film. He initially only had 20 minutes to really look at some things, but that lasted into 4 hours. He brought Jungle by, and we were able to really connect and bond with him about what this film is about, what the culture that we're trying to tell, and the history that we're trying to tell. And he realized it's coming from the inside out. We're filmmakers, or first-time filmmakers, but Eric and I both grew up in hip-hop, and we really can convey this story in a different way. We felt the importance of relaying that message, and he was able to really give us his full support once he was able to see some footage.
Nas's father, Oludara, is a great blues and jazz musician, and we go back to Natchez and discover his roots and the lineage of music that Nas comes from. A great lineage of music, jazz, blues to hip hop. Seen in the film in Nas Time Is Illmatic, we see Jungle, Nas's brother, pointing out different people on the picture from back in the day when they shot that photograph. That was in the album artwork. And what we find out is those young boys who were sitting on this bench in the middle of Queensbridge, each one of them had some different story attached to their lives. And Jungle shows us that they all didn't end very well. So it shows you a story about how Nas is sitting on that bench right next to everybody else. But his story, he succeeded, he overcame. But for everyone, Nas, there's a 10, 20 people who go to jail, get killed, who don't make it out of the hood. So Nas's story is one of inspiration.